Welcome to English Podcasts. Relax and enjoy your listening practice.
The first yawn appears almost by accident. A quiet room, a tired body, a slow breath that stretches the jaw wider than expected. It seems harmless, almost meaningless. But then something unusual begins to happen. Across the room, another person follows, and then another. Within moments, the yawn has spread, silent, invisible, unstoppable. What we are witnessing is not simple fatigue, it is something far deeper, something older than language, older than culture, a behavior rooted in the hidden architecture of the human brain. For centuries, yawning was dismissed as a sign of boredom, a minor reflex of the body. But modern science has revealed a different story, one that connects us in ways we are only beginning to understand. Because yawning is contagious, and not everyone catches it. As the camera moves closer, we begin to see the pattern. A person watches someone yawn, and within seconds, their own body responds. The mouth opens, the lungs fill, the eyes briefly close. It feels automatic, almost impossible to resist. But this reaction is not random. It is selective. Young children, for example, rarely catch a yawn. Infants can yawn, but they do not mirror others. The ability develops slowly, emerging around the age of 4 or 5, at the same time that children begin to understand emotions, to recognize feelings in others. This is where the story shifts, because contagious yawning is not about oxygen or sleep or even tiredness. It is about connection. Deep inside the brain, there is a system designed to reflect the actions and emotions of others. Scientists call it the mirror system, a network that allows us to feel what others feel, to simulate their experience inside our own minds. When we see someone yawn, this system activates. It does not simply observe, it participates. It recreates the action, as if the brain is quietly saying, "I understand you." And in that moment, understanding becomes physical. The yawn spreads, but not equally. Studies have shown that we are far more likely to catch a yawn from people we care about. Family, friends, loved ones. The closer the emotional bond, the stronger the effect. Strangers, on the other hand, have less influence. Their yawns often pass unnoticed, like a signal without a receiver. This suggests something remarkable. Yawning is not just a reflex, it is a measure of empathy. The stronger our ability to connect, the more likely we are to mirror others, even in something as simple as a yawn. And yet, there is another layer. Some individuals rarely experience contagious yawning at all. People with certain neurological conditions, including disorders that affect empathy and social awareness, often show reduced responses. The chain reaction breaks. The invisible thread between minds becomes weaker. In those moments, yawning reveals something hidden, an unseen map of how we relate to one another, a biological signal of human connection. But the question remains, can we stop it? The answer is surprisingly complex. You can try to resist. You can tighten your jaw, hold your breath, look away. And sometimes it works. For a moment, you interrupt the process, you regain control. But often, the urge builds beneath the surface, quiet and persistent. Because once the brain begins to mirror the action, the body follows with a force that is difficult to override. It is not just imitation, it is synchronization, a subtle alignment of minds playing out through the simplest of gestures. And so, the yawn continues to spread, not as a sign of weakness, but as evidence of something far more powerful. A shared human experience, a silent conversation between nervous systems, a reminder that even in stillness, even in something as ordinary as a breath, we are never truly separate. Because sometimes connection does not need words. Sometimes it begins with a yawn.